Hi guys. So I have always had, well, I've been, not always, but often I've been talking about doing videos. Sorry, I'm not looking you straight in the eye, but I am looking down. I'm chopping mushrooms right now for mushroom soup. If you've seen the previous videos with regards to the grocery hauls that I've recently purchased, you know that I have plans for a whole bunch of mushrooms that I bought, and I've got a lot of mushrooms here. But anyway, I mentioned in a few videos ago about how I'd like to keep people company so that they can work on their organizing and their cleaning, because they like to have company. And I know when I do stuff like that, I always do better and stick to it better. So this is one of those ones where you come join me with me while we do stuff. If you got a bunch of mushrooms to chop up to make mushroom soup with, or if you're food prepping or anything like that, go nuts. Go put the video on, watch this while I'm chopping away, doing my own thing, and you do your thing. But if you got something to organize, like a closet, or something to clean, like an oven or whatever, just put on this video. Let's talk a little bit. I'll talk about stuff that I've gone through in the last couple of weeks. I have no idea what I'm going to talk about, as always. We'll see what wisdom comes through my lips, if any at all. But I've got a lot of mushrooms here. We got a few minutes where we can do something together. I hope you're all well. I hope you're feeling motivated. If you want to just listen. If you get something out of this, let me know. Comment down below. Remember to subscribe if you're just seeing this for the first time. If you're just coming for the first time, I am a child of a hoarder that has spent 10 years, almost 11 now, working on clearing a property and now just downsizing the balance of the stuff, but through reselling. I highly recommend it, doing it that way, but not the length of time. The reason why it took me so long is not your normal circumstances. I was actually working around the hoarder in place, and I was going through my own stuff. I still had 3 young kids to take care of, and a career that I was trying to take off. Still am trying to take off that career. Actually, I'm kickstarting it now. I've gone back into representing clients in real estate. So if you know anybody who wants to buy, sell, invest, talk to me. Send them my way. That would be great. But in the meantime, I'm doing eBay reselling of the stuff that I cherry picked from the elephant, and I'm doing videos like this, to help people in situations where they're decluttering their own stuff, or downsizing an estate, or just trying to make it through life. Right now, I found, well, my own circumstances, I have a whole bunch of bills that are coming up, and I have to be very, very wise with my money. And I have to also create more streams of income because I got some big stuff coming up and going on right now. So I really appreciate you liking and subscribing, sharing where you can, talking about it where you can. Got a lot of mushrooms here. Anyway, so give me a hand, and I'll keep you company for the next little bit. Let's see what Todd. My mom's doing okay. I went to go visit her today. It's Valentine's Day today, of course. I went and brought her some flowers and gave her a kiss and told her I love her. Hairdresser was in, gave her a nice haircut. I think I did a better job. Here's one of the things about these videos now. I've always wanted to create videos that helps people live a more frugal, greener life. If you're not familiar with my other business, I have a worm farming business. It is to help support the environment and make greener choices, but the greener choices often are money saving. So here we are. I bought a lot of mushrooms. I discovered an app, or a friend of mine referred me to this app, and we're almost competitive on how we do things. A few of my friends and I, we talk about how we save money and make greener choices. And you know, this app is called Too Good To Go, and it's grocery stores and restaurants all, you know, selling off their older stock that they need to get out the door, as opposed to it going into the garbage. And it diverts this very edible food still out of the garbage. Like, I'm looking at these mushrooms, and yeah, they're in great shape. It's just better that I, you know, instead of delaying it, I go and cook them off right now and do some meal planning with them. I'm going to save some, put some aside because they're that good still, and I'm gonna cook a steak up and have steak and mushrooms. And the steak is from this Too Good To Go app from one of the local stores. But anyway, yeah, how to eat an elephant. This channel and the page and everything that I've done so far was with regards to hoarding disorder, and you know, my journey that I went on with my dad's hoarding, both my parents hoarding, they're extreme hoarding. I didn't get to, it's my half papaya that I saved for dessert for later. I'll tell you about that later. But anyway, so I've decided to take a little bit of a different direction, almost divergent. But not quite. I still want to address hoarding disorder and everything that we are dealing with that, because I don't want anybody to feel like I did when I was working on the elephant and being alone. That's why I'm saying, like, if you got something to do right now and just want company while you're doing it, I'd love it if you know, fold laundry, wash dishes, clean a bathroom, organize your linen closet while you're listening. You know, downsize and declutter, whatever it is you need to do. I would prefer that you didn't just sit there and stare at me, because I'm not sitting here and staring at you. I'm keeping my hands busy. I'd like you to keep your hands busy, because the only way shit gets done is if we're actually doing it. And part of the problem, even myself, I catch myself doing this quite frequently, where I just stare at a screen and scroll, or, you know, go through one YouTube video after another, binge watch. I try to be very conscious of how sedentary I am, and I will do knitting or something like that. But here, I'm not staring at a screen right now. I'm chopping mushrooms, talking to you, and I'd like it if you can, you know, keep your hands busy and move in a forward direction somehow, some way, while you're listening or watching and watching. You know, I crocheted entire blankets during what was it? Done a few blankets. Game of Thrones was one of them. I made an entire blanket for Game of Thrones and Sons of Anarchy. One of my vices there for a while. My dirty secrets, you know. I know how violent it is, and I'm not a proponent of violence, especially some of the stuff I watched on that. But, you know, I was productive, and I made my children each a king-size blanket while I was doing that kind of stuff. And they have something to remember and to snuggle in and get comfort in. And I made good use of my time while I was doing it. And it was, I wouldn't say it was a lot cheaper than buying a blanket, but it was definitely a greener choice, because I'm not a fan of polar fleece in a lot of the blankets right now, even though, you know, polar fleece is a good alternative for, you know, recycling plastics. I don't like the way it feels on me. But and there's a lot of it out there, and you gotta remember it's plastic. But yeah, I made blankets from yarn for my children while binge watching. While COVID was going on, I was making masks I was one of the first to start tearing up old bed linens and making masks while binge watching whatever it was we were binge watching at that time, probably the news. Right now, I'm very much into meal prepping just because it is very budget friendly. I was indulging a little bit too much, a lot too much, into Uber Eats in the previous months. I had to put that to a stop. But I also don't like cooking every day, and I don't always have time to cook every day because I do an assortment of things. I do travel all over Ontario, not in the last little while now, but in like the last 6 months. But that time is going to start again soon, and I have to be prepared that I have to shift gears with regards to what I'm doing in everyday life. My work is very seasonal in some regards. I have a worm farming company. That's the one with the greener choices for a greener planet. That's Mobius 8 Organics. I do teach how to compost and grow organic in your own gardens, whether it be medicinal or herbal or your food. Grow it organic and getting a better success with your production using worm poop. It also happens to be a very good alternative to reducing your waste. Okay, so I'm finished chopping up these mushrooms, and I think I'm going to actually, what is it, almost 12 minutes. I'm going to actually cook this mushroom soup while I'm talking. I don't know if I can pause this. It's been a while since I've done an extended video like this, but I'll be right back. Hi, I'm back. Turns out that I didn't have a clean pot, or the smaller pot wasn't clean, so I hope this doesn't make too much noise in the video. I'm going to, hey, why don't I do the recipe while I'm going along here? A couple of tablespoons. I prefer to use grapeseed oil. That's my thing. For whatever reason. A couple of tablespoons of butter. Dump the whole thing in. I'm a little loosey-goosey when it comes to recipes, and I never have something turn out the same way twice. Okay, so where was I? Oh yeah, traveling all over the place. I have 2 businesses. Technically more than that, but I put the other ones under the umbrella of the 2. Real estate is one, and then the worm farming is the other. If you ever want to check out worm farming, talk to me. I'll set you up with my website. I do plan on making a video, and I keep talking about this. I've been talking about this forever and a day. I will make a video soon, since I'm on such a roll right now with making videos. I'll make a video soon about setting up your own home worm bin and all the benefits. There's many benefits to worm farming. Having your own little residential worm farm. They're very, I can't think of any reasons why not to worm farm, other than somebody has a phobia of it. Sorry, I'm just adjusting my camera here so that we can talk at eye level and I'm not looking down at you. Yeah, I'm gonna have a little bit more eye contact now that I'm looking up and I'm cooking my soup here. So I'm getting back to the recipe of the soup. Yes, I do have a lot of clutter. I also have to clean my kitchen a little bit. I have a eBay reselling business too. It's not really a business, but it's something that's really helping to get me through in many ways, for many things. My dishwasher just stopped, and that's where all my utensils are. Okay, so about 4 tablespoons of butter, some oil. There was a sale on today at No Frills, $10, or not a sale, but the price was $2.99 for 10 pounds of onions. Unfortunately, they were little ones, so I have 4 little onions here. The 10 pounds was actually the same price as 3 pounds. So I bought the whole 10 pounds, even though that's too much for me. If it was just me, I'd still buy them and dehydrate them. But I figured there's no actual cost savings there if I'm dehydrating, because then the hydro bill goes up. So I gave half the onions to my next door neighbor who cooks a lot, and she'll sometimes, bring me over a pot of soup or something, or a bowl of soup, I should say, or dinner or something like that when she's got a little extra in her kitchen. And so, why not? I gave her 5 pounds of onions today. So, oops. Got a lot of mushrooms here going in with the onions I just dumped in. About 5 cups is what they say. Now, I'm just going to use what I have on hand. If you're going to try to make this and it turns out shit, according to my recipe, I'm sorry. You don't have to. Go Google it. I don't want to do all the work for you. But I only have pink Himalayan salt or coarse salt, so I'm using the pink Himalayan today. I'm going to give that a good shake in there. Like I said, I'm very loosey-goosey with my recipes. Nothing ever turns out the same way twice. My kids can tell you that. I make a wicked rib sauce, but it's never the same twice. Now I have extra mushrooms I'm going to save to the side because I have some steaks, and I also want to have a little bit of chunkiness to this soup. I have some steaks that I bought in this Too Good To Go app, and I want to cook those up, and I want to keep some of these mushrooms aside just for that, because I really love steak with mushrooms and onions. And I'm sorry if you're a vegan or a vegetarian or animal rights activist. I'm sorry. I know. And I know the greener aspects of it, the environmental aspects of it, but I am mostly vegetarian or vegan. I can't afford to eat meat all the time, along with the fact I don't believe it's healthy for you or the environment or the world or anything else. I don't believe that we should have meat 3 square meals or 3 meals a day. It just happens to be right now I got such a good deal on it, and I'm able to provide, or I can do some meal planning. And then I got some great news recently, so I'm planning for down the road. Sorry, I gotta get some water. So I'm planning for down the road. And so having a freezer full of pre-cooked meals would be great for when this happens. I'm not going to talk about it just yet because I don't want to jinx it. Cheers. Water. Water is the best. So, I don't want to jinx this yet by talking about it openly, but I've got some really great news. I have a very hard story to listen to and to tell. A lot of people, a lot of my inner circle know about it. A lot of my Facebook friends know about it. But YouTube and Instagram and all of that stuff don't know about it. I haven't talked about it that openly yet. But I do want to talk about it because I know I'm not alone in this, including, hoarding disorder. Some time. I'm going to share a little time with you. So yeah, I don't want to discuss everything just yet. I want to give it to you in little bits and pieces. I don't want you to think, I got some black pepper here. I normally grind it in, and I'll probably give it a little grind afterwards. I don't want to talk about everything all at once. It's too hard to tell the whole story. It's very convoluted in a lot of regards. But just know that eventually, and very soon, it will be a happy ending. For the most part, as happy as it can be. You know, there's still stuff. And there may not always be still stuff. Garlic. I've got about 4 cloves of garlic here. But just know that if you got something going on, with a lot of regards, I probably can understand and sympathize and empathize with you quite well. There's very little I haven't gone through. Unfortunately, most of it's been packed into the last 15 years. It's water. I swear it's water. I hope you're coming along with whatever you're doing right now. Let me know what you've been, write down in the comments what you're busy doing while you're listening to me babble on and make my mushroom soup. This is going to be a good soup. Got all the fixings sitting around here, almost all of them. Fortunately, I have my cabinet right here. I don't have any chicken stock, so I'm gonna have to make do with vegetable bouillon. Vegetable stock will be coming in the next couple of days after I've cooked up a couple of chickens. And yes, I do make my own vegetable stock because it's cheaper, it's healthier, better for the environment, less waste. Now, if you're going to only do this for a short period of time, if you're doing it in 5, 10, 15 minute increments, oh shit, that was supposed to be wine first. I got a cup of red wine here. Some recipes call for white, some call for red, some call for a couple of tablespoons of sherry. I just happen to have an open bottle of red wine, and I prefer to cook with it than actually drink with it, so. That's about, I don't have any stock, so I'm actually adding extra water. I'm using the bouillon, so anyway. So let me tell you, in case you haven't seen the other videos yet, this Too Good To Go app, I gotta tell you about it because it was pretty good, amazing. While I'm waiting for this to boil. It was pretty amazing because I just heard about this app. I'm usually on top of stuff like this, but in this situation, I wasn't. And a friend of mine told me about Too Good To Go. That's my local app. I don't know if there's others out there, but for $13.99, I believe I bought 2 bags of them at the very first one, and you can see the video of the very first one. When I was unpacking them, and I think it was a total of, it was an actual total of $170 of meat I bought for 26 bucks. So
I was really freaking excited. And clearly I'm just as bad at math as I am remembering the dates. Today I can't help but remember because it's Valentine's Day. I'm single. It's what some people say, Single Awareness Day. Uh, or Galentine's Day. I got a lot of Galentine's Day. It was really sweet though. I was at the grocery store picking up a bag today, another bag, and here's all these men walking around with all these bunches of roses, and they were such beautiful roses, and Lindt chocolates, and all these beautiful gifts for their significant others in their lives. And I didn't get any flowers, of course. There's nobody in my world that would bring me flowers or could afford flowers at this time. I'd be happier with a steak, but cooked for me. But I'm okay with that. I haven't had I've had two. I'm 54 years old. I've had 2 really good Valentine's Days, 3 maybe. But this is just same old for me. It used to depress the hell out of me. It doesn't anymore. I was actually quite, it was beautiful to see the men at the grocery stores, and they had these big, beautiful bouquets and the boxes of Lindt chocolate, and they looked a little perturbed. I'm sure it was the pricing of everything, but they did good. I hope somebody out there that's watching, or everybody out there that's watching right now, got something special for their Valentine's Day, and happy Valentine's Day to everybody. It's about love, and it doesn't matter. It's not a couple love. It's not a romantic. It doesn't have to be about romantic love. It's nice if you have it. I'm glad you do, but just know that Valentine's Day should only be about love and appreciation. And I love and appreciate you guys for hanging in there for, what is it now, with the other video. Oh, here we go with math again. I'm at the 15-minute mark. My mushroom soup is yet to boil. I can't blather along anymore. I got a few more additions to make to this. I have half and half milk, or half and half cream. I'll tell you my secret about this stuff, because I don't keep a lot of cream in the house, but I'll tell you about this secret another day. And I have an open can of evaporated milk. I'll use that to cream everything up, and then I'll blend it up, and I'll add in a few other mushrooms to finish it off with, and some parsley and some cracked black pepper. So that's my recipe for today's mushroom soup. I hope I'll give you another 30 seconds to clean up your space, or give yourself a timer of another 5 minutes to clean up your space that you're organizing or finishing off. I don't want to talk anymore. I will say one thing though. Oh yeah, okay, while I'm talking about this, start cleaning up whatever or finishing up whatever you're doing. These are the trays from the mushrooms. Now, I teach no to low budget gardening, because gardening can be brutally expensive, and I really do want to see more people growing their own food, especially with the grocery prices that are happening. These make excellent trays. You put some, you can use these as the bottom trays, and use, hold on a second. Lift these out. I got my extra mushrooms in there. If you use one of these, poke some holes in it. Use that as a drip tray to catch any moisture. Fill it up with some soil or coconut coir, seed starting medium, whatever it is that's floating your boat. And you can grow your lettuce in here. Just put a few seeds of lettuces, and put that on your windowsill, and you have your own little miniature lettuce garden. Saves you a ton of money. Too good to go is one thing, but we still have the environmental impacts of, like today I received bags. Oh, there's just with the mushrooms. I'd like to promote you to grow your own mushrooms, but not everybody has that kind of space to grow mushrooms. but everybody pretty much has a windowsill or has this little space for lighting. This can save you a ton of money. It can help the environment. It reduces our plastics, our uses of plastics. It reduces, oh, it's a whole video in its own right. But anyway, I love you guys. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Galentine's Day. Happy Single Awareness Day. No matter what, I hope you have love in your life, but know that you're not alone. I'm here too. Take care, guys. See you soon.